Hello everyone, welcome to the Nimble Growth Hacking series where we interview experts about growth hacks. And in this particular case with Joe Saunders, welcome to the show, it's going to be a relationship hack. So Joe, can you give us a little bit of background about yourself? And you're all the way over in Perth, Australia right now.
I've been running a business specializing, really working in the social media space, specializing in LinkedIn training, anything around LinkedIn for professional services over in Perth in Australia. And I guess I've become known as the LinkedIn Demystifier. It's a bit of a affectionate term, but it's helping individuals and organizations use LinkedIn better. But really, it's to build better relationships, and which is what life's about and business is about, really.
It really is. And I mean, in being in the most isolated city in the world, I think it's really important to build those relationships around the world. So you're leveraging technology. I mean, you could never have done this, even 10 years ago, I can imagine. But I can't wait to hear about what that hack is or what that solution is. So why don't we just jump right into it? Can you describe how you do it and what tools you use to do it with?
Well, there's no sort of magic formula, and it's not like some quick fix. Unfortunately, it's a long game, as most relationship building is, but it's going back to, and it's not really magic either. So I hope it's not just really disappointing, but it's just going back to good old-fashioned networking. And we were talking before about a term. I don't really like the term social selling, but that's kind of what I'm teaching people. It's relationship marketing. It's good old social networking. So it's really just taking the time to research, get to know people, using the tools to do so. So, I mean, LinkedIn's a perfect tool, but social selling goes beyond LinkedIn. I mean, while I specialize in LinkedIn, it's certainly, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with it at times when they take away the features. But a tool like Nimble just adds so much value to LinkedIn, provides so much social intelligence, and ability to build those relationships. So Nimble's probably the secret weapon, really.
But somehow you're doing it better than most people, right? 99% of people. So you must have a strategy and tactics that you kind of go through in order to maximize the efficacy of these solutions. So can you kind of walk us through your process, maybe on a day-to-day basis or maybe just in general?
Sure. Well, it's not like a really detailed strategy. That's the thing. There's certain activities that I do on a regular basis, but I guess it's just become part of what I do. Taking an interest in people, asking questions. I mean, it sounds really silly, but asking questions, and then actually taking the time to go back and continue that conversation on. It sounds like basic sort of stuff, but I think a lot of people with social media make the mistake of just broadcasting, trying to hit that scale on content. But the power is in the conversation. The power is in the individual relationships, which unfortunately take time. But that's just how life is, really.
The way I do relationship building on LinkedIn, and I just don't do it consistently enough. I got too many other things I'm doing and running a business is, I will use kind of some signals. Like if I see somebody post something on Twitter or LinkedIn, I will use kind of Nimble to kind of learn a lot about them. And then I will approach them with an in-mail or something else that says, hey, I saw your article on XYZ, or I saw you were mentioned something on Twitter, and I start the conversation and that way to start, really building some dialogue. And, I'd say 20% of the time that leads to some major discussion about a potential business opportunity. And, maybe 10% of those end up being real revenue. So from, your relationship playbook, that's kind of probably my only play that I use.
This person interacting with me, I think she connected to me on LinkedIn, and of course then you activate Nimble, check out what they do outside of LinkedIn, because LinkedIn's only a very small part of our social footprint. So seeing what are they interested in, what else can we talk about, and it turned out that this person in conversation, we discovered that, and through looking that I used to be on the committee of this toy library years ago. When I had more time. She's on it now. Her son's has the same name as my son, and we've got so many other things in common, and that's the sort of stuff you can bring from Nimble. That's just one relationship, but it takes you seconds to find out this information. So when you talk about it sounds like a lot of work, these one-on-one relationships, but it's not, thanks to Nimble, really.
Well, Joe, with that, we've got to wrap things up. Where can people find you online, or if they happen to be in Perth, where would they get a hold of you?
Well, not on a swagway at the park. That's not what I'm doing. Well, my business is Wildfire Social Marketing, so wildfiresocialmarketing.com.au, or is my website. I had to go. Oh, it's .com and .au. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm always there. I'm quite loud out there on LinkedIn, and Twitter. Joe Saunders AU. Joe Saunders AU is my ID everywhere as well. So, yeah, and you'll see me at Social Media Marketing World 2018 in San Diego. So I'm happy to be coming over there for the first time. It'll be pretty exciting.
If you have any comments, you have any questions, put them wherever you're seeing this, on Facebook, YouTube, even LinkedIn for that matter. Put them in the comments, tag us, and we'll be happy to answer them. So, Joe, thanks again for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.